Hey all, Matt here with Bobcat Bonsai, and today I finally found my juniper that Ryan from Houghton's Bonsai challenged me to turn into a bonsai tree from a garden plant. I know it says it's $26.98, but hear me out. So 20 British pounds is worth $25.40 roughly for the US dollar. So I got this tree for $26.98, then used the discount that I had to drop it down to 24, it was like $24.50 something. Then taxes came in and moved it back up to 25 some dollars, but I'm not counting the taxes. So I got the tree for under 20 pounds is how I'm playing this one out. But let's dig in and get to it. First thing we're gonna do is just come in here and get this thing all unwrapped as far as the different things. It's a Juniper sea green, or a Juniperus chinesis. I probably butchered that up, but Juniperus chinesis. We are gonna actually trim down the bucket, so I am gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna take it down to here, probably knock off that first inch of soil just to see what's below it, and then we'll probably drop it back even further than that. But I'm not going to make you watch that. So I'm going to come in, chop this off, knock off the first inch of soil, then we'll come back and check it all out. So as you see, we got a little bit of this cleared off. There's some nice roots actually way up and in here, but we actually want to get further down into this trunk. So we will be nipping off quite a few of these roots. So I'm just going to be coming in, trimming them back a little bit here. And they're all just like littler roots that I don't really want up here anyway, so we gotta get that all cleaned up and out of here. It's nice to see how healthy this tree is though. And then we got some smaller branches down low that we're not gonna want, so I'm gonna be cutting those out as well. It's got this nice thick trunk in here, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful, so that was what made me go for it. It's about 3/4 of an inch wide, pretty wide in there. Let's see what we've got here, because we want to make sure we have some good movement coming out. We've got, I was trying to get down to see this one better, and I feel like there's probably some good roots down here a lot further because of the way that this is V'd up here. But I'm just going to go through, do some trimming, and then we'll talk it over once we get through that part of it. Alright, so I got the bottom cleaned up a little bit so I could look around in here. And I'm thinking, as of right now, where I really want to go is I want to take and almost bring it out at an angle like this, right? Get a nice solid planting angle over to here. Oh geez, I lost my cinder block. There it is. So a lot of people I know use wedges, but I like to use a little cinder block. So now that we see this, right? Gorgeous. And I believe this is going to become my new leader right here. So I'm about to do a fairly decent chop here. I'm going to cut off this big leader here. I'm going to cut off this big leader up here. And this other big leader back in here, I'm actually going to convert over into some deadwood. So let's get our two big cuts done. And for that, we're going to start it out with the hoof trimmers here. So I'm just going to come in and There goes one big branch. That drastically opened it up. Oh no. I can't fit my hoof trimmers in. Well, I'm gonna try something crazy and just use my regular shears and see if I can actually get a good cut out with that. Wow, these things are way nicer than I thought. So, we just cut off 2 nice trees, and then let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, let me get it to focus in, there we go. This is the adult foliage on this tree. Absolutely lovely. This is the juvenile foliage. This foliage is nasty. It actually breaks my hands out really bad when I work with these types of trees. And I love juniper, which is awful that I love something that hates me so much. But that's where I'm at with that one. So I'm actually going to clean this up a little bit more, and then this piece right in here is going to end up becoming... I actually really like the way that that works back. Oh geez, guys. Do I just clean this up and let it work back upwards into that direction? I think so. I am just gonna clean these up right in here where it's all knuckled up, and then we'll work back into it. So a little bit at a time. All right. Then as I'm doing this, I'm actually coming back and re-looking to make sure that it's creating the shape that I want as it runs back in the other direction. Alrighty. So that's looking pretty good through there. So now with that becoming the new leader running up and through it. Sorry. I didn't... Something threw me off when I was looking at it, so... Alright, there we go. So this becoming a new leader running up through there, which we'll go back and get all this cleaned up here in a little bit. For now, I'm just going to come in and clean all the small branches off this and then see what I have left as far as the 2 big ones go. So for that, I'm just going to use my big old root shears that I have, and I'll speed this up for you. Alright, so we got that all cleaned up and over here. We'll end up wiring that up when we do the rest of the wiring and getting that done. We are going to leave this branch down here because I'm not sure. I may end up using it later, I may not, but I'd rather have it and not use it than not have it and want it back. So we're going to leave that one. We are actually, let's see, we're going to leave this one because I need to get rid of this one. This one's kind of intertwining. No, we're going to scratch this one and keep this one. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to just come in with my knob cutters here and get a quick cut on this one right down here real low. Let's see. Beautiful. That's the cut I wanted there. So that really opens me up some more. This branch I'm going to end up pulling down during wiring, but it's super, super long, so I'm going to get some of that cleaned up. Basically at this point, all I'm doing is I'm just going to be going through and getting everything into shape. So I'll save you watching all that, and we'll just get through it together. All right, let's get to it. Alright, so here's where we're at for now. Gonna get some wire thrown on this tree, and then once the wire's on, we'll begin to get some nice little bends put in here and see what we can do with it. Alright, I'll speed you through this process as well. Alright, so got all our wire on. Man, did I make quite the mess here of everything. There's still roots and stuff that I'm gonna end up cleaning up. I'm not even gonna force you guys to watch that through a fast forwarded mode though. I'll end up doing all that separately. So, wire's on. Now it's time to get our bends in. Again, I really like this as like the fronter angle right here. I know I probably put the wire in an awful spot because you can see it running up and through there, but we've got it, and it comes up and it slopes just slightly, and it looks like it was going to go all the way out, and then it died. So then it had to grow new growth and force its way through to fight up for the light, and that's why now we've got this growth coming up. Now you see I did leave this whip on here, and the reason for that is because I want it to continue to grow strong and grow and thicken up as it's growing, because right now it's got great taper running all the way up through that section that I picked, and that's where I'm at. So now let's just get everything wired up and into shape, and again I will fast forward that for you so that it's a little bit quicker, a little bit more enjoyable. All right, let's get to it. Alright, so there we have it, guys. It's all shaped up to what I'm going to do with it for now. I will end up putting the cut paste putty on. Lipstick's also an option, as Tom would say. Lipstick is an option. You can use that because it's a natural wax to seal the wound. I'm going to let my deadwood dry a little bit, and then I'll end up putting some of the sealant on there to get that to its nice bright white color. But with this nice rainy day with no sun, it's not going to get bleached out much anyway anytime soon. So there's branches on here that you'll see that are thicker. A lot of those I didn't want to take off much more foliage than I already did. As you see, I have a giant, basically a full tree sitting here right now that I cut off. So there's that, a whole tree sitting on the bench beside this, what's left of a tree. Let me give you a quick little tour around here. I tried to get it as lined up as possible with a white backboard so you can see it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, you should subscribe to my channel. And if you really enjoy my content, you should hit the bell notifications so you get notified every time I release a new video. Thank you.